Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet. Back for another year.
Feel it.
Feel it.
Get it.
See that new graphics, for God's sake.
Shit. You see this look?
Look at
you
that.
See this whole, we got this whole new thing going. New coat of paint.
Mm-hmm.
Same old shenanigans. It's like going
Yeah, it
to your
doesn't
favorite
change.
bar and they switched out that broken stool.
Yeah, everybody knows your name in the chat.
Exactly.
All right.
I think chat is working. Hang on here. I don't know.
There you
Fucking
go.
OBS every week like changes shit up on me now, and I don't know. We're we're on a fucking delay for some reason, and then like my goddamn buttons aren't here like they're supposed to be. But you know what we got now though? Get ready for this. Boom.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
what?
shit.
Oh,
Look at that.
Our names on there.
So fresh.
So
Exciting.
hit that follow. Hopefully I got all the handles right, including my own. Looks like I spelled everything
Spell check.
correctly. We're good.
Right.
And then, hey,
Yep.
if you're new to the channel, don't forget, hit that subscribe button.
Oh,
shit.
snap.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I got other things planned, too. I just didn't have time to do them all today.
Anyway, welcome to the new year. 2022.
Yeah.
Off to a rockin'. I mean, we haven't talked in so long.
It's been a couple of weeks. I was going to say a minute, but it's been a couple of weeks at this point, it feels.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And so many things have happened in that time.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last time we did the after Christmas show, right? We did that live.
Did not do a show after Christmas. We did a show before Christmas. We didn't. Oh well, yeah. No, we did.
Oh.
Yeah, we did a show after Christmas, but it was pre-recorded.
Right, it was pre-recorded.
Right.
So
Yeah,
so
we
it
did a
seems
whole
longer
week's
for
worth of
us
shows.
than it does the audience
Yeah.
from the last time that we talked.
Can I admit something?
Sure.
I completely forgot we did those. And
Top notch.
And I published them. I created graphics for them. I put post-production in on them. You see those
put work
commercials
in,
I
folks.
did? Those commercials were great.
Oh, I was so disappointed. I was so let down.
What'd you expect? Come on.
Effort.
It was the end of the year, and I was leaving for a week. I don't know. And like, I had so much to do. I had to pack,
Right.
you know.
Right.
I had to buy boots, which was a thing we discussed.
That's right. Did you get them cowboy boots?
I didn't get the cowboy boots, but I had boots. And
Boots.
yeah, just regular old boots, and they worked. It was fine.
But anyway, you were going away for the new year, so we
Yep.
kind of wrapped things up a little early for Brain Wreck 2021, and thank the fucking Lord, 2021 is in the rear view mirror, and we were getting to get a fresh start going off. We made goals, we made resolutions for 2022. I don't know if you remember yours.
I do.
Yeah.
I think I only booked one gimmick for myself. Is that true?
I don't remember.
I think I just gave myself one. I'm going to do 2 additional videos a month for this channel.
Yeah.
I know that. I don't remember if I said anything else.
And are you on task to hit that goal this month?
I mean, we still got time. We still got a lot of time, Daddy. Listen, okay. So, unfortunately, and this is listen, we're going to be a little all over the place. You know, it's been minutes since we've been together, so we're going to be jumping around a bit. But
sure,
due to certain events out in the world as it relates to the COVIDs, I might have a free Monday night now. So,
okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm grabbing my tits. Unfortunately, our D&D night, I was trying to motion to the shirt. It's, this is in honor of not being able to play D&D at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, our Monday night thing got postponed until further notice. So.
Oh.
So I may not have
disbarred.
Disbarred.
Disbarred. Disbanded.
Dispersed.
The quest is over.
The quest is not over. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and the shitty thing is this the second time that this has happened to us, And
Kevin's a little bit quiet.
And I'm a little bit quiet.
You're a little bit quiet.
What about now? This is the second time that this has happened to us, and both times we were like dead in the middle of a crawl.
Okay.
So, not great.
Like a pub crawl? Like a pub crawl?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Let me know if I'm still quiet in the chat. I don't know. I got this fucking mixer here that I still don't know how to use, apparently. Turn up the... I've only had it for like a fucking year at this time. I don't know. Listen, I go over to your house and you're like, oh, you're a little quiet. Let me just boop, boop, boop. Okay, look, it's fucking perfect. I'm like, oh, I'm a little quiet. Hang on. And then we turn this knob slightly to the right and suddenly the whole system goes down, okay? I don't know.
I got a professional setup. I don't know what to tell you.
I've got to unplug my headset from one speaker to plug it into another speaker just to hear things properly. I need to change my settings.
I'm sure there's a better way.
There is a better way. If somebody knows a better way, let me know, okay? I've been trying to find a better way for years, and it never works out. I'm just constantly trying to find a new way to do things. So how has your New Year's been?
Oh, not great. Not great. Yeah. So that little COVID thing you were talking about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it came after your boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we're gonna tell a story to tell a story to tell a story, because that's what I do, and
just remember,
that's
this is our show.
This is well,
and I have things I would like to talk about too.
What are you trying to say? I'm a sharing person.
Fenton note. Oh yeah, that's the thing. You share for a little bit longer than you need to.
Shooting on the new year. Goddamn. All right, well, while you were gallivanting in the good old Cuse up in your eyeballs and snow for the New Year's, which we'll get to your New Year's. I'll let you tell your New Year's.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm not a complete fucking asshole, apparently. I was out spending it with the fam.
Yeah.
With the kids and stuff, and as a Christmas present, my mom got everybody annual passes to Legoland. Which we had gone once before, and it was dope. And so they were doing a special thing for New Year's Eve where they were going to do a fireworks show. They got this big fucking lake where they do like this big water skiing show, because you got to be different, theme park industry, you got to change it up, like Disney's got the fucking mouse, Universal's got like fucking Minions and Shrek and shit. And then like Legoland's like, we've got Legos and a lagoon, and we're going to show you some water sports. So like, we're like, okay, cool. So they have this kind of lagoon area, and they were going to shoot off fireworks over the lagoon for a New Year's. They call it like a kid's New Year's countdown kind of thing. And so they were giving out those glasses that you put on for like Christmas lights that make the lights turn into things.
Right.
But they make them turn into Lego bricks.
Oh, cool.
So when you're wearing the glasses and you're seeing the fireworks and they explode, little fucking Lego bricks are exploding in the sky, and it looks like my children's bedroom.
Oh.
Like they're just fucking everywhere. It was incredible. It was actually really good.
Cool.
And then also the music that they put to the fireworks was like late 90s EDM, which was like right up our alley.
Okay.
So we're like bopping along, and
I feel like at
like
this
our
point
kids
they know who
too.
the market is.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
They're like,
for
listen,
sure.
like,
they know
like the 90s kids are getting kids of their own now. Let's give them some of the good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They know what plays. Nostalgia plays.
Oh, yeah.
So we had a good time for the most part. Like going there was kind of a bitch, just because we kind of went there a little bit late, and then there was a big line because they ran like a Groupon gimmick for the annual passes. Okay. So like a bunch of people were getting annual passes. You had to go like to the ticket counter to redeem it, and so. But like once we got in and we got in, walked around a little bit, and then got kind of situated, then we had a really good time. But then like the next day, I was like, I'm feeling a little run down, but I was like, it's New Year's, we were up late, that kind of thing. And then the following day, we started putting together the tree house that Santa brought the kids for Christmas.
Sure.
And I don't know if I told this on the other show because I don't remember that show, but Santa's a fucking asshole for just dropping off a bunch of wood in your yard and being like, make magic for your children.
Yeah,
It's like, listen, dick, I'm not an elf. Like, I don't have skills. The instructions are an app that doesn't tell you how to do anything.
Oh, Jesus.
So like we're out there struggling
to
do it. And it's like it says like you can assemble this thing in 18 hours. And we're currently on like hour 37.
Oh.
Like there's no fucking way you can assemble this thing in 18 hours. But the last time we're out there and I'm fucking dying. I'm dying. I'm like, I feel run down. I'm coughing. Like I can't catch my breath. Like I need a nap. I need to go lay down. And so we take a break. My mom was over helping us put it together because it takes a fucking army to put this goddamn. It takes a team.
Yeah.
Put this thing together. And she got everybody at McDonald's. She comes back, and of course, like, you know, I'm kind of the more picky eater of the group, and my order is wrong. But I'm so run down and so tired, I don't care, and I eat it anyway. And I'm eating it, and I'm just like, man, this is fine. This is cool.
Oh,
I don't, you know, it's not bothering me or anything like that. And then the next day, I'm done. The next day, I got a full-on fever. I got the shakes. I've got the chills. I've coughing. I can't breathe. All the whole 9 yards. I'm down for the count. The next day, the same thing. And so by the next day, I'm like, all right, I probably got the vid.
Yeah.
So I go, all right, well, let me go get tested because that's the responsible thing to do. Find out if I got it, and then, you know, we'll be able to inform everybody as to what's going on.
Sure.
So I'm like, well, let me just go out and get one of them. Or the first thing I said was, let me go to CVS because that's where we had to go for the cruise.
Right.
To get the test done. And they're by appointment only, and they don't have anything for the day.
And something I think I figured out yesterday is they only book a week out. So if you're going in on a Wednesday and you want to book for a Thursday, it's going to be the following Thursday. It's
the following Thursday. That's what it was.
You're not going to be able to get in for at least a week.
Same with Walgreens was the same thing.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, well, that's not gonna work. Let me go to like the urgent care, or something like that.
Yeah.
So the wife drives me to the urgent care, and she kind of like, we both think that it's COVID. So like, we've been keeping me isolated from everybody. She's wearing a mask in the car. I'm wearing a mask in the car. You know, just drive us to the urgent care. Drops me off at the urgent care. They've got like a whole fucking station like set up, like, you know, check in outside. They take your temperature outside. If you don't got a fever, or if you do have a fever, or whatever the case, then you can kind of go in and check in. So like kind of do like this whole rigmarole to finally go up to the counter to check in. And I walk up and I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm here. I need a COVID test. I'm pretty sure I got COVID. So like, all right, well, have you ever been here before? I'm like, no. And she goes, you've never been here before? And I go, no. She's like, you've never been to any Watson clinic ever? And I'm just like, I just moved here. I don't know. No, I haven't.
Wait, you don't know me? Like, what the fuck?
Like, it was so aggressive. I was completely caught off guard. And so she's like, okay, well, give me your insurance card and your IDs. So I do. And she looks and she goes, oh, we can't help you. I go, excuse me?
Come again?
She goes, you have Medicaid. I'm like, yeah, I'm unemployed. She's like, yeah, we can't help you. I'm like, what do you mean?
That American healthcare system, folks, at its best.
And she's like, we don't take your insurance. I'm like, all right, well, like, can I just like pay for a COVID test? She's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, you're sending me away. You're going to send me away because I am unemployed and don't have like bought health insurance. She's like, yeah, sorry, nothing we can do. So I was like, all right, cool. So we leave. And so then on the way home, we try to stop to see if anyone has one of those home tests.
Right.
And they're sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
They're gone. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I feel like shit. Like, I can't get a test anywhere. And so finally, I go online to like the county website to see if there's like a testing site or something like that. And there is, and it's like 20 minutes up the road at like this arena type of area. And I'm like, okay, cool. I leave the wife home. I'm like, I'm gonna drive myself because the kids are about to get off the bus, and I don't know how long this is gonna take. So I go up, and there's a big like A-frame sign that says COVID testing this way, and then I go that way, and it is probably 7 switchbacks of a mile long for car length of just people in cars waiting to get COVID tests. And so I went and got gas, and then I turned around and got in line, and I waited 3 hours in the car, just snaking through the line to get the COVID test. I got probably about 5 yards from the actual testing site when the guy in front of me's car broke down. And
brother,
which took another fucking 15 minutes to get him off the road.
Right.
Before I could move up to get the test. And so basically you go up to the window area and they're like, all right, well, do you want the rapid test or do you want the other one, the PCR test?
PCR, yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm thinking about it, and I had like an important meeting like the next day.
Right.
So I'm like, well, can I get both? And she's like, no, you can only do 1 test per day. And I'm like, fuck. I mean, I'm like, all right, well, give me the rapid one. And she's like, because I'm like, well, am I gonna know by tomorrow for the PCR? She goes, no, you're at least 3 days out at this point. And I'm like,
it really
fuck.
depends. Yeah, but
yeah,
you're gonna want to bank on it
so
for 3 days.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, well, just give me the rapid, whatever. So I get the rapid done. I go back home. I lay down, fall asleep, the whole thing. And I get the thing back, and it says, you're negative. And I'm just like, am I?
Am I, though? I had the same feeling when I did my rapid test a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I was there. I know what that guy did. I don't trust it.
I don't trust it at all.
The PCR I did, though, came back negative. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like tests in general are not to be trusted. Okay, they're just not.
Flawed equipment.
All right, we got 3 negative pregnancy tests when my daughter was born. So like, what do you trust?
What do you trust?
I don't. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I get back home. Probably the next 2 days. Next 2 days are hell. But then my fever finally broke.
Yeah.
And then I'm starting to like, I just have really bad congestion. Really bad congestion. It's hard to breathe. And then I realize, like, because you're like, when you have a fever and you're in such like just misery, you don't really take into account certain things. Like, that's when I realized at that point that I couldn't taste anything and I couldn't smell anything. Like, I didn't realize it before because I was just, in such a fever state.
It's such a,
But then looking back on it, back at that like mishap McDonald's order, I'm like, that's why it didn't bother me.
That's why. Oh shit! Plot twist.
I couldn't taste it.
Plot twist. Look at that.
Yes, exactly. This is how you tell a story, folks. So I couldn't taste it, and so that's why it was fine. And then basically what ended up happening is for anyone who hasn't gone through it before, you can't what you can taste is you can taste texture, you can taste salt, and you can taste a little bit of like butter. And that is really about it. I did one of those like immunity shots, like one of those healthy shots that had like ginger, vinegar, and cayenne in it. I tasted absolutely nothing except I could feel the heat from the cayenne in my mouth. Okay. So like it just felt like spice was in there, but it
still had that reaction
like spice.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. And I'm just like, this is the fucking most bizarre thing on the face of the planet. Like, You can't taste any of it, but like your body is still reacting the way that it would normally react to it. And then couldn't smell anything for quite a while. And then a friend of ours who had it when it had and doing COVID research, apparently, you got your Omicrons, you got your what was the other one?
You got the Delta.
The Delta, never fly Delta,
and then the OG,
and then the OG. So apparently, and folks, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a Weinstein, I don't know anything. Apparently, with the Omicron, the smell and taste thing doesn't happen anymore. Apparently, that's so we got an OG.
Oh, you got the OG flavor.
We got the OG flavor of it.
Like hard to find nowadays.
Because I get it's vintage.
Vintage.
So
it's
we got the OG, and so what we ended up doing was a friend of ours who had it when COVID was new, they got it on the Freshy Fresh, said that when you lose your smell and your taste, what you got to do is you got to try teach yourself to smell and taste again. So she said go get some essential oils, and every night just kind of sniff some oils and see what you can smell, and eventually you'll retrain.
Don't we have
yourself
for that?
To smell? Yeah, we do. Link in description. But anyway, then probably a day or two after my fever broke, the wife got it.
There it is.
So we both have been. Oh, she's sniffing lavender right now. So
good for her.
But yeah, so we've been down and out with the COVID for the new year.
Yeah.
So that was a hell of a start to the new year.
Yeah.
Which fucked up one of my New Year's resolutions.
Which was?
Right off the fucking gate. Right off the bat. One of my resolutions I said from the show was I wanted to run once a week.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't be doing no running.
Oh. Yeah. I might have to start running.
You should.
I should. Yeah, it's not great down here either with all of that.
With running?
Well, no, with the COVID, because like I
okay.
Yeah,
I was like, you got a lot of homeless. I know that. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they did with the homeless. They're few and far between nowadays. But
really?
I think we talked about it on the other week's episode where we had a bit of a scare because we had come into contact with somebody who a few days later was like, "Hey, I got COVID," and we were like, "Fuck!" Like we're supposed to go to New York next week.
Right.
And that was also the same week as Christmas. So we had to quarantine all the way through Christmas that week, through the weekend. And then we ended up getting tests, came back negative. But yeah, like Austin is back in stage 5 CDC guidelines, which is great because now all the businesses are starting to close down or, limit capacity or go to takeout only. And that's why we can't go play D&D anymore. I don't know what the gym situation is like. I know previously they required masks and they were shutting down more frequently. So I haven't been to the gym in over a month. And at this point, I'm like, do I go back? I don't know. Like,
hey, brother, the streets will never turn you down for a run.
There you go. The streets will always be there for you. But since coming back from New York earlier this week, I was like, I don't feel great.
Oh,
okay. I don't feel bad. But here's the thing. What I'm feeling now is very much similar to what I felt 2 years ago when I think when we're 99.9% sure we had COVID. We just weren't able to get tested because it was still that early stage.
Right.
But like since
you got the OG.
It might be, but like since coming back, it's like I've been run down, having the headaches, just tired, cough, runny nose.
Well, it's hard because you can't smell anyway, so like you don't know if you lost.
I can't really smell anyways, but like I can taste, and like I'm pretty sure I was. Which is everybody's like, well, if you can't smell, how can you taste? It's like I don't know how my body works; it just does. Fenton saying COVID is crazy here. He had over 40% of his workforce home last week. We're just getting people back now. I have at least a dozen friends with it right now. Yeah, like, and that is, I feel like that's a very consistent thing to be hearing, especially with the people you work with. It's like, oh yeah, everybody in my household's got it right now. So I'm just sleeping on the couch, and I'm just like, why though? Like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like, well, I don't need the booster now. I just got the booster that I needed.
Well, I
right
just
there.
had the
Boom.
booster. Yeah, so it could be up in there. I do have an urgent care appointment tomorrow. So hopefully I don't get turned down.
Well, you got paid for health insurance, so like they're not gonna turn you away.
Well, they still might try to charge me at the very least.
Well, they probably will.
Yeah,
they want that office visit money.
It's that urgent care lifestyle. Yeah. Because you're going to like an actual doctor, whereas you go to the CVS, and the guy's like, "Have you done this before?" Okay, and then he just like fucks off and go has lunch or something.
Well, pretty much. I mean, that's the gimmick with like the urgent care is like they want to build that office visit because the COVID test is free.
Oh, the COVID test.
So like if they can build that office visit, then they're getting that little scratch from that.
But
from
like,
there,
when I go in tomorrow and be like, "Don't you fucking touch me." I don't need my ears checked. I don't need my throat checked. I don't need my nose checked. Don't put anything in my butt. Just give me that nasal swab. I'll jam it up there. Do a couple swishes. Do a couple swishes in the other one. And I'll hand it back to you, and then I'm gonna leave. You don't even need to give me a room. I'll do it in the parking lot.
That's right. There you go.
I've been here before. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. So at the very least, like I need to quarantine for a few more days just to kind of see.
Right.
And I'm just like, it's wow. It's like, why are we here? It's 2 years later.
Well,
it's been 2 years.
That's the thing. When I was in line for 3 fucking hours, I was just like, how have we not fixed this?
Well, dude, like, your fucking governor.
Oh, he went away.
He's what a fucking piece of shit he is. What a fucking piece. I saw him out there in the news the other day where he was like, before COVID, people didn't go to the doctor to see if they were sick. What?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was a thing people did regularly, is schedule checkups to ensure that they don't have things like cancer or, diseases. Or like, hey, I don't feel well. Could I have something bad? Maybe. I don't know. You could just be eating 3 pounds of meat every night. Like, don't do that.
There are a lot of things that I really enjoy about the way that Florida is run. And then there's some other things that I really do not enjoy.
It's the same thing with Texas.
Of the way that Florida is run.
Like I look at Texas, I'm like, there's a lot of great with Texas. Like, you get this beautiful weather, this great food, like in Austin you get this great diversity and this great energy, and then it's like you look at the politics and you're like, you guys are the fucking problem. Like, right, like you're half the reason this shit's still going on. Like, it could have been over. I mean, maybe not over, but like,
I just don't understand. Like, so we've been at this fucking shit for like 2 years, right? With this thing. And how is it have we not gotten to the place where just everybody can get a test whenever they need to? Like, how have we not gotten there? How has that not happened in 2 fucking years?
Nobody has a plan. And nobody wants to
do anything.
Nobody has a plan. Nobody's got a plan. Nobody wants to do anything. And it ain't fucking Brandon's fault. Okay? It ain't just him. It's all you fucking red pillars too. Dumbasses. So how was your New Year's?
I mean, the New Year's was fine. What about yours? You got to tell your story.
It was a good time. No, we actually had a really good New Year. I mean, so we were in Syracuse. Okay, and we had plans.
The homeland.
Homeland.
The mother country.
Why is it so gray?
It's terrible, isn't it?
But like, it is a next level gray. I forgot how gray it got there. Like, we landed. And I remember looking outside.
And flying in is the worst too. Flying in is the worst to Syracuse.
Flying in really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It really wasn't. Like, we had, like, let me tell you something. Southwest. I mean, it's
Southwest goes to Syracuse now?
Southwest goes to Syracuse now, brother.
What?
Yeah.
Shit.
Dude, it was.
I mean, I ain't going back,
we
but
get
shit.
You get that free checked bag.
Mm.
It was the cheapest option out of everybody. And
Okay.
like, granted, we had like I think it was like a 9-hour travel day or something like that
to go to Syracuse.
But like, you know, I mean, we were in Baltimore for the majority of the day, but like, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was probably one of the easiest layovers we've ever had. But like, flying in was pretty simple. I will tell you one thing about Southwest. I know why Kevin Smith got kicked off that plane all those years ago.
Hell yeah.
I barely fit in those seats.
Oh, okay.
Those are some small seats. Yeah, and then like we landed, and I'm looking out the window, and like Austin gets gray. Like today was a gray day. But like there's still a lightness to it all.
Sure.
Or like in Syracuse, it just looks like a wet painting. Just kind of like a dark, wet paint. And I'm just like, this is... I stepped outside. I was like, what is this? Frost. And it's like, you know, in Austin, it gets chilly. Like you get this nice chill. It was frosty when we stepped off that plane. I was like, I do not like this.
Right.
Fenton, the Paladinos, Christy had been talking it up. My brother came to pick us up, and I was just like, just so you know, we are going to be going to Paladinos as soon as we get off the plane to get pizza. And in Baltimore, I placed an order for like 3 pizzas, like 2 dozen wings, garlic knots, the whole antipasto, the whole 9 yards.
Gotcha.
Because listen, the pizza in Texas, it ain't great. The chicken wings in Texas, they ain't great. So you bet your ass the first thing we did when we got off that plane was we went and got some pizza and wings, which were great.
Okay. Spoilers. They were awesome.
It was almost green tinted out. Okay. Yeah, but it was just weird. We did, to be fair to the city, we did have some nice days. There was one day where it was like 45 and sunny. I was like, this is nice. And it really didn't snow. It didn't snow that bad. Like we had a nice dusting, which I was like, okay, it's fine. You know, I bought boots, so I was prepared. But New Year's, we had planned on doing some very casual things, you know, trying to go do some stuff downtown. We ended up going down to the Talking Cursive brewery there.
Yes.
Which we had a tremendous time.
Awesome.
So to everybody out there, you know, especially Mr. Brooks. Absolute great establishment. If you are in Syracuse, highly recommend going and checking out Talking Cursive. Like, honestly, we probably could have sat there all night long and had a blast. But they were doing like a 10:30 closing time, so it was like at 10:30 they did their midnight toast, and then just kicked everybody out of the bar.
Well, nobody wants to be.
Nobody wants to be downtown that late. Nobody wants to be out that late anymore. And apparently, the people in Syracuse didn't want to be out that late anymore because like the night before and the day of, like a bunch of places in Armory Square were apparently like shutting down. Like they were just like, we're not opening. We're canceling our events. And we had planned on going to Talking Cursive, and we bought tickets to an event at that 3 Lives bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we wanted to do something that was ticketed because our thought process was tickets will encourage it to be a limited event. There won't be as many people. Right. You won't get a lot of people just walking in and out. It'll be fine. The day of, we found out that they were sold out of tickets. So we're like, okay, cool, that's fine. But like we had already gotten ours.
Okay.
But then we found out that they weren't going to be kicking anybody out of the bar once the event started. So if you were just hanging out at the bar and you didn't have a ticket, you could just continue to hang out. You just got to stay. So we're like, that's so like, why the fuck am I paying?
Yeah,
at that
that's
point,
shitty.
you know. So that like we leave talking cursive, we walk over, and like we're standing outside waiting to get in, and they're still selling tickets.
They're still selling tickets?
Selling. We're like, what the fuck? So like we get our wristbands, we walk in, and it's not a big place to begin with.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, like this was kind of to be expected, but it was not really packed, but you probably couldn't fit any more people in there because there wasn't a single table.
It's full.
There wasn't a single table available. The bar was crowded. All of the arcade cabinets were being used up. There was like a couple making out on one. And I was like,
okay.
excuse me, but COVID, like that's unhealthy.
Not only that, but turtles in time, please.
I know, right? Come on. And then there was a line for the bar. So we were like, this is a bust.
Mm-hmm.
So we bailed on that. Here's the best part. As we're bailing, we walk out. Christy gets a call from her friend. She's like, where are you? She was like, what do you mean, where are we? We're at Three Lives. And this was one of the friends that was with us at Talking Cursive.
Sure.
She's like, what do you mean you're at Three Lives? I thought you went to the bathroom. I'm like, no, we literally walked over to the other bar. And she's like, you guys went into that side door. I thought you were going to the bathroom. Like, it's been 20 minutes. Like, what did you think we were either fucking or taking a really big shit? Like, so we're like,
either one's private.
But it was like, Three Lives was a bust. And so we ended up all like, piling into the car. We got some snacks. We went over to our buddy Matt's house to see his new place. Mm-hmm. And we literally just spent the entire rest of the night playing PS5 in his empty house. And like, not gonna lie, it was way better than anything else we had planned for that night.
Yeah.
So
see that just goes to show you it's not where you are but who you're with.
Exactly. And I think at the end of the day, like, it's the past couple of years we haven't really been able to go out and do a whole lot for New Year's. I mean, look, last year we did Don't Be an Asshole, which was tremendous.
It was fun.
The year before that, we were still kind of new to Austin, and there was like a lot going on. So I think like the mood was just sort of off. But we still went out and had a good time. But like we haven't had like a proper New Year's in a little while. But like I think that this was just one of those things that we sort of stumbled upon, and it was like, this is what New Year's needs to be. It just needs to be simple because like we heard a story. Christy's cousin was telling us a story where like we felt bad for her, and like because she had this big night plan where it was gonna like be like she intended to go out and spend a lot of money but get her money's worth, and like it just did not work out that way for her.
That's a shame.
And like I'm hearing that and I'm just like, yeah, like that really sucks. And like I understand why so many people say that they don't like New Year's because it forces them or they feel forced to go out and have a good time. Like they feel forced to sort of make it a big thing.
There's a lot of expectations.
There's a lot of expectations where I'm like, no, like all you really need is like a sixer and some good pals, or just like like just and like that's all you need. You don't need to go out. Like we literally sat in an empty house playing fucking Little Big Planet, and it was a blast.
Well, there you go. Yeah, like the case in the chat said, we hadn't done anything for New Year's since before kids. Yeah, it's usually like, like the daughter stayed up this year. Like she was staying up, and I don't know. So it was the first New Year's in our neighborhood too, and boy howdy, do people in Florida love fireworks. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, like down the road, they converted this liquor store / lounge into a fireworks shop as well.
Liquor store, lounge, fireworks store. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
that's the Florida way.
It's like 5 minutes from my house, so like the whole like, I walk outside at like midnight because I'm expecting a big explosion. I walk outside and I'm just like, boy, it sure is foggy.
Oh,
and it won't fog. It won't fog.
Yeah.
So
we weren't here.
That was the extent of that.
Not being here for New Year's, like I can only imagine, just like based on how it was for the 4th of July. Because those fireworks stands over by us, like they're open for 4th of July, they're open for Christmas, and they're open for New Year's.
Christmas is crazy,
dude.
Chris, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was actually surprised there weren't more during Christmas. I feel like New Year's was probably way more intense. So I kind of feel bad for my cats.
Yeah, my dog was not happy.
Yeah. When there's a lot of fireworks, they tend to freak out, and we weren't here, so they were probably even more upset.
Right. Yeah. Right. So you had a decent New Year's. Mm-hmm. You went to the Cuse. Any thoughts of moving back?
Nope.
It's a lovely place to visit.
It's a you know what? At the end of I'm very happy that I got to go and see my nephews, especially my youngest. It was, I think that's been one of the harder things about being so far away. Is like, you not being able to go see your family all the time. It gets tough. But then, like, when you start having like those younger family members for the first time, not being around them so often, like it does kind of suck. But the time we spent with them, I think, was very well planned and well worth it. And we had a great time. And I think we are looking to go back to Syracuse around mid-year.
Okay.
So we're planning a summer trip. So I think moving forward, there might be more of a maybe like a spring, summertime, venture out there. There's some nice weather and.
Yeah, my family was toying with the idea of a Christmas in July there. So like everybody kind of gets together around July and do kind of like a Christmas like celebration where extended family gets together and that sort of thing. And but when it's nice and not shitty.
Yeah.
So
and Fenton, just come down to Austin.
We've
got a room.
Fenton, you don't have to stay there.
Yeah,
you can leave. It's allowed.
Yeah,
you should.
Come visit. Seriously, we got a room. Come hang out. Take out all the cool places. Just let me know. Yeah, like I think we're gonna try to like go out more during like the warm weather seasons and try to make that more of a yearly thing, because like it does suck because like COVID really fucked everything up, especially for last year, and like where things are starting to get better. Like things apparently get worse really fucking fast because which seems okay. Can we stop with the whole like, hey, things are getting better, let's just say fuck it, throw caution to the wind? Because like this is what happened back in May of 2020 and like July of 2020 and then like August of 2020 and like this is what's happening now. It's like everybody's getting their boosters. Everybody's like, yeah, fuck it, we're gonna live forever. And it's like, yeah, but like I don't want to be sick.
Well, but there's also I agree with you, but at the same time, we have to also stop this like Narnia like fucking belief that nobody that we're trying to prevent something because that's not what this is.
Yeah, the toothpaste is out of the tube. Like I get that, believe me, I get it, but like just like I'm more of the mindset of like, listen, just be safe, just be careful. Just be cautious.
Just don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Every Thursday night at 10, 9 Central.
Every Thursday.
Hit that. Wait a minute. Hit that subscribe button.
Oh shit!
That's what we're talking about here. Hey, want some lower third action? Look at that. Follow us on Twitter. I tweet sometimes, not about this show. Yeah. What the fuck else is going on?
So, well, I mean, I've been mostly wrapped up in building a fucking treehouse, getting COVID, and like that's basically been my New Year's, and just watching like all my plans and everything that I wanted to do just completely disintegrate. Oh, another thing that we can talk about as well, another great start to my year was that back in June, we had bought brand new appliances for our kitchen remodel that we were going to do.
Yes.
However, our bathroom exploded, and that stopped that remodel. And then I lost my job.
You lost your job.
So all of our money that we had saved to do our kitchen is gone. So now we have a bullshit kitchen and brand new appliances that were in our garage. So like beginning of the year, we were kind of like well, fuck it. Like, let's just put the new stove in, and it's in our kitchen. That's a fucking disaster area. But at least we got a new stove because the old stove didn't work. So like, we'll at least have a fucking stove that worked. And so we go in, we get a dolly.
Mm-hmm.
And I dolly the thing from the garage into the house, and I take the old stove and I fucking put it out in the curb, big sign, free. Just take it.
Yeah.
I don't care. And so I open up the fucking thing. Yeah, that's a lot of new production. We've been working hard, Fenton. You can check out the open if you missed it. Brand new open. Unwrap the stove, and it's fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's a smart stove.
Yeah.
It connects to the Wi-Fi.
Ooh.
Like,
why would you need
the fuck, man? I don't know, because it doesn't do the thing I wanted it to do. So like, I feel like kind of an asshole now for getting one. Like the whole reason I wanted a smart stove was so that I could tell like the Google Assistant to like set the stove at a certain temperature.
Okay.
And it doesn't do that for like safety reasons.
You just want to be
and
that,
I'm just like,
you just want to be that family from that fucking
from the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, from the Carousel of Progress.
No, it's the fucking future. I'm living in the house of the future.
Yeah. You want to be Tom
like,
Hanks.
I want to be Tom Hanks. Who doesn't? But, and that's the whole reason, like, our aesthetic in our house is house of the future. So we wanted like appliances that were like the fucking house of the future.
Right.
So, but anyway, I digress. Get everything out of the box, get everything kind of situated. I read the manual, which is something I don't normally do, but it's something new and smart. So I was like, you know, I should probably know what the fuck I'm doing.
First time for everything.
And you had to fucking install like the power cable. Oh, the wife's sewing. She's going for the fair.
There you go.
So she's got some shit to make. But so you have to put the power cable in yourself. Like you have to install it yourself.
Oh, okay.
So that was a whole rigmarole thing to get done. But
Okay.
I plug it in, push it up against, get it all nice and leveled, type of thing. And when I plugged it in, I noticed the little light indicator that says the surface is hot light came on. Oh yeah, that's weird. Maybe you just kind of set it up and
it's
and I go
preheated.
Yeah, but it's something. I mean, smart as fuck, right? So, and I go and I'm just like, man, that light's still on,
Still going.
And I'm like, all right, well, let me go to bed, and then we'll go to bed. I wake up, still on. I'm like, motherfucker.
Put some like electrical tape over it.
Well, that's one way to deal with it, right? Well, you know, I got kids. You know, I got to know when the thing's actually hot or not. You know. So I'm like turning the burners on, turning the oven, like everything works. Just the fucking light doesn't work. And I'm like, this is a hazard. This is not something I can fuck with, right? So I'm like, of course my brand new fucking stove is broken to start off the new year. Go on the Samsung website. You gotta do the online chat to get your shit going.
Right.
And so you do the online chat thing, and then they're like, we're gonna text you. And I'm like, okay.
But we're chatting.
So they text me. And so like they're like texting, and I'm like, can I talk to somebody? And they're like, no, we just do it through text. Like that's how we do our customer service, through text. I'm like, this is fucking wacky. So like,
dude, oh, don't even get me started.
Oh, okay. Is that like the new thing?
There's a whole thing. Yeah.
I'm sure it's like some sort of scam where they can charge you for text, like it's 10 cents or whatever.
Well, there's that. I mean, like, yeah.
Standard rates apply. But so I'm texting with this person, and they're like, did you try this? And it's like unplugging it. And I'm like, yes. They're like, did you try flipping the breaker? I'm like, yes. Like all this stuff. And then finally they're like, all right, well, we're going to contact somebody in your area to come out and look at your stove kind of thing. So, and they do it relatively quick. It's like a 2-3 day turnaround type of thing. They come out, and I open the door, and my man Terry's there. And Terry walks in.
Terry from Florida. What's up,
Terry from Florida. And he walks in, he's got his tool belt, and he's holding 2 brand new burners in his hand for my stove.
Nice.
And he walks in and he looks, and I'm just like, yeah, man, we're like, you know, sorry about the mess. Like, we're trying to do a remodel type of thing. He could give a flying fuck. He could not care.
I'm sure it's nice compared to most of the places he's been inside of.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so He goes, what seems to be the problem? And I go, yeah, I've done some research, so I kind of know what's up. And I'm like, the light's on, and I've seen like the sensor, and it's kind of like a common thing. And he's just like, I've done a few of these. And I'm like, Terry's experienced. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
So like, Terry's there for 15 minutes. Changed out a brand new burner. The thing works great. Like Terry was the fucking man. Like he knew what was up.
Good brother.
And
Terry.
like while he's doing it, and like I'm just like I didn't want to be the guy that's like hovering over his shoulder or anything. Right. But at the same time, like I want to make sure it gets done. So I'm like kind of in the other room, but like could still see him kind of thing. Sure. And he's doing his thing, and he's just like, so where from New York you from? And I'm like, oh, the license plate. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I was a little skeeved out for a second. Sure. But like, so like shooting the shit a little bit, and he's just like, sure is cold there. I'm like, yep.
That's why we're here.
Sure is.
Yep.
So making small talk with Terry, changed out my burner, and then put the stove in. And so like that got me spooked because I'm like, all right, this brand new stove is broken. I gotta get these other fucking appliances in.
Yeah.
And get it. Check them to make sure that they work. So the next thing was we try to put the fridge in. Mm-hmm. Fridge doesn't fit through the front door.
Great.
So, and then I got the COVID. So that was the end of that.
How does it fit through the front door?
Because the width of the door frame is like 34.8 inches.
Okay.
And the width of the fridge is 35.
What if you
just
turn it?
Oh, we tried. We're gonna, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open the doors and kind of like butterfly it.
Just take the doors off. For the love of God, just take the doors off.
No, you can't because it's got electronics in the door. Because it's a fancy fridge. Because the house of the future, brother. So we gotta kind of have to like do some fiddle faddle to get it through the door.
Just don't let anything fall on you.
It almost did.
Fuck. Okay.
Twice, actually.
Okay.
So my New Year's off to hell of a start.
Yeah, it's off to hell of a start. Yeah. I mean, it's been mostly quiet around here, I'll say.
Well, quiet's good.
Quiet's good. Just mostly trying to rest up, right now. Make sure
take care of yourself.
Make sure I'm not sick, all that stuff.
Yeah. It's the best you can do.
It's
the best you can do.
I don't know. That's all I got.
So I'm kind of hoping that, I do feel like I'm at the tail end of this thing.
Sure.
Like I do feel like we're about done with this. So I'm hoping that next week can be really the start of my new year. So I'm kind of looking for like a redo.
Yeah,
with like all my goals and stuff.
I'm
thinking and doing a refresh.
February is like a good time to really kick off the new year.
It's a wash.
January is a good. It's kind of like when you've had like that busy project that you were working on for so long,
right?
And like boom, you're done. You're like, I need a little bit of a break. Like I'm thinking February 1st is like a great time to just kick back into the swing of things and really go for it.
I like it. I like the optimism. How's the fasting going?
I've gained 10 pounds.
It's doing great.
Okay, here's the thing.
It's that 3 pizza and wings you ordered, brother.
Okay. I knew how things were going to be around Christmas. Okay? I knew Christmas was going to be not a great day. I ate a lot of spiced meats. I ate a lot of cheese. Had a lot of chippies. And a fuck ton of meatballs. And you bet your ass I ate 3/4 of those deviled eggs that we made.
For fuck's sake, bro.
When Christy turned to me and was like, I think I've had 4 and there were 2 left, I just went, oh
my God.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Listen, it was Christmas. We were watching Jingle All the Way. I was having a good time. We were just sitting back, relaxing, getting some couch time. It was good, fun for everybody. So I knew Christmas was going to be a wash. I knew, a little bit of the trip out to Syracuse was going to be a little bit of a wash because, we went out with my buddy. I think it was Tuesday night. We did some bar hopping which was actually great because nobody was out drinking on a Tuesday.
Sure.
Night,
Well, yeah, people have jobs.
And we did Lights on the Lake, which I got yelled at because I drove through it too fast, apparently.
Asshole!
There was nobody.
Worth.
Okay, we rolled up at like 10 o'clock. No. It was super late. It was like almost 11 or something like that. It may have been like around like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And it was like on the verge of, it was like closing within minutes.
Okay.
And I'm like, they're not going to let us in. Like, they're not. And my buddy was like, I just bought us tickets. It's like, all right. And we were already right there. So I was like, fuck it. So we pulled around, fucking drove through the thing. Homeboy was still out there in the Frosty costume.
Oh, dedication.
I'm like, it's so fucking late. What the shit? We pull up. The lady's like, you got your tickets? We're like, yep. Boom. Scan it. She's like, have fun. And pulled in, and there was nobody there. There was nobody in front of us. There was nobody behind us. So I put the car in what I thought was a very reasonable speed.
Oh, boy.
Because I'm just like, it's an open road. Look at all these lights. And they're like, slow the fuck down. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, slow down. You're going too fast. I'm like, I'm going 10 miles an hour. They're like, yeah, that's too fast for Lights on the Lake. It's a mile long. It's like, what? So
you're just supposed to keep your foot off the brake and just let it roll. That's what you're supposed to do.
We knocked it out in 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure the last time we did it, it was an hour and a half. And we came to the end. I was like, oh, shit, it's over. They're like, yeah, because you fucking drove all the way through it. And I'm like, what? It was just, it was open road. So we
should have looped back around. Can we go again? Can we go again?
But like, we went and we got more drinks and stuff. But that night, we actually hit up a late night McDonald's run. Let me tell you something. McDonald's over there on the corner of 7 North Street and Buckley Road. Clutch. The best McDonald's I have ever had in my life. I had at 12 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday in the middle of Liverpool, New York.
It was better than Shop City. I can guarantee that.
Oh, dude, the fries were hot and salty and fresh. Literally, the Big Mac, you could have taken a photo of that and put it on the menu.
Goddamn.
It was that good looking and it tasted great. And I was like,
some artists at work.
This is fucking art. And I'm like, I hope this isn't because my taste buds are going or anything like that. But yeah, where the fuck was I going with all this? Oh, the fasting. So, yeah, clearly I didn't fast a lot during the trip. But since coming back, I've gotten back into the fasting.
Okay.
But as we have been discussing here for the last, I don't know, like month or two, my gym routine has not been ideal. Mainly because the gym's either been overpacked, I've had too much going on to even get there, and now I'm just like quarantining. So I'm due for a good return, and as we kind of talked about at the top of the show, the streets might be my savior here. Because I did do a little bit of a workout at home on Sunday. Like, I woke up and I was like, you know what? I got some free weights. I got some bands. I can throw something on the TV, upstairs and do some push-ups and stuff. I was so goddamn bored. I'm just like, I hate this. I was like, I think so much.
See, the thing is, like, man, if you run, so I can get a quality workout, like a quality workout, in 25 to 30 minutes.
Sure.
You do your mile run. You get in, you do some push-ups, sit-ups. Maybe if you got some free weights, you lift them up and down a little bit.
Yeah.
Do some full body weight exercises, type of thing, and you're good. Like, that's all you need. Yeah. Like, you don't need to spend hours and hours and hours at
really
the gym or anything like that.
You do just need to hit those core areas, but fuck, I think it was just because like I'm so used to having that ability to like go somewhere and do that thing. Whereas like when I'm home, like I'm too comfortable.
Well, the thing is too, like because you work from home in general, like you need
I'm
to get
home
out and
all
get that.
the time. I need to get
You
out.
need to get out and
Yeah.
get that. That's your you time. That's out and about. You're in the world type of shit. Like I get that because I'm home all the fucking time too.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta get out. You
Yeah.
gotta do something, but don't get COVID. So like,
Yeah.
that too.
So I'm getting a little itchy. After work today, I was like, I'm gonna go drive. Christy was like, okay.
See a sunset.
She was like, where are you gonna go? I was like, I don't know. I just need to go out. I just need to get out. So like I went out and I just like drove down the street and I bought some beer and I came back and I was like, that was okay.
It was nice.
It was fine. It was fine. It was fine. I'm fine. I'm doing okay. Start of the new year. I'm doing all right. I feel like I'm holding up pretty well. Things aren't bursting at the seams yet. I'm not, close to a mental breakdown or anything. So, but February's going to be a good year, I think.
February's gonna be a great year.
Yeah, great year. But yeah, I will have content coming this month. I will say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two.
We'll have 2. I said 2.
Okay.
We're gonna have 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I put out some content, so if you haven't
did.
checked out the latest State of Sunshine just dropped yesterday, we went to a fucking bonkers ass music festival.
Yeah.
It was dope as shit. So go check it out. Gonna try to do more and more content. He's putting out stuff. I'm putting out stuff. My next thing I'm working on, folks, write it down. Girl Pockets will be coming to
Is it
this
finally
channel.
happening?
It was next on the schedule. So
Okay.
Girl Pockets is coming up.
Coming up.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Yes.
Yeah.
So be sure to follow us on the Twitters. You got to do that. There you go. I get cut off when I do that. Be sure to follow us on the Twitters. That's where we're going to be posting most of the updates. Listen, Facebook, I can't merge the fucking pages. Like, Facebook is just a cesspool.
Zuckerberg.
Like, it's fucking Zuckerberg and the whole metaverse. It's all a bunch of bullshit. We don't really get too much interaction there anyways. But Twitter is the place to be if you're looking to follow us on the social. That's at BrainWreck TV. Make sure that you subscribe to us here on this channel right here on YouTube. We have so much content, Girl Pockets, more State of Sunshine, and I'm targeting maybe a stream this weekend or early next week. I gotta talk some things over, work some things out, and I got some ideas for what I want to do. I just need to kind of figure out the timeline and order I want to do them in. So that's going to be the next step for me. But yeah, look for early next week for another stream for me. All that and more. Listen, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your neighbors, your friends, your family, your dog. We want to grow this channel. We're at 140 subscribers now.
I know, and this was the 300th video we posted on our channel.
300. So we've done probably more that you just don't know about.
No, we hit some shit. That's for sure.
We hit some shit for sure. Or early on things. You gotta be mindful of what you say.
Age well.
Yeah, a lot of things don't age well. Not everything ages like wine or cheese.
No.
But yeah, tell everybody to subscribe. We want to grow it. I would love for us to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
That's a hell of a goal. I think we can do it.
I think we can do it. I think we're on a good track. We just got to keep up with the content. People apparently love that fucking video you put up. You got some hits right away.
Got some hits right away, yeah.
And
people like the EDMs.
Yeah, I have not watched it yet, but I plan to soon.
It'll give context to some of the things I've told you in the past.
I'm really looking forward to it. Because you tell me these stories, and I'm like, these sound so wonderful and interesting. I want to be a part of it, and I feel like this will allow me to live vicariously. So
there you go.
There it is.
All right. So I think that's going to do it for this week. So for this week, I'm Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.